Nestled in Franklin County along the Connecticut River is the town of Turners Falls, a small, quaint New England town, the type of town that when one drives through seems very unassuming. That is, until winter breaks and the Turners Falls softball team returns to action. This small town school has become the class of Division III softball, with a generational tradition of winning.
There is a passion for softball in Turners Falls. You know, I still love to come up and watch the games here, and I have my nieces, both nieces have played on the teams, and the community is just so involved with softball in Turners Falls.
This year, however, is even more special for the community of Turners Falls, as there are 4 mother-daughter combinations on this year's team, all of whom have played for head coach Gary Mullins, now in his 35th season.
Yeah, I hoped, you know, I wanted them to have the same passion for the game that I had, and for them to play for Mr. Mullins now is just an added bonus. He's such a great coach.
He wants us to succeed, and he wants, you know, he kind of wants what's best for us. The cool thing is that he's always, you know, learning new things about the game, things that he can share. So even though it was so many years ago and now with Jenna playing now, he just keeps going to clinics and learning more about the game of softball so that he can give that to his players and make them the best that they can be.
So it's really cool because like what he taught my parents is still used with us, and it's really, I think it's good. So.
But it's been a lot of fun. I think that moms know what's expected and practice time that's required, and I think that in the long run it really is a benefit.
And the benefits have been plentiful. During his tenure, Mullins has won 6 state championships and 15 Western Mass titles, and a big part of Turners Falls' success is past generations of players getting the town's youth involved in softball at a young age.
I mean, she helped me throughout my entire career. Like, I started when I was about 3rd grade or whatever at Murphy Park. I started t-ball when I was younger than that, and she was my coach at Murphy Park, and she just kept me going and everything. So she comes up here, hits me fly balls, and hits pitches to me and stuff, so it just keeps me going throughout the year and everything.
There's a lot of kids, they start with the Greenfield Girls Softball Association over in Greenfield, very good league. And about 10 years ago, a friend of mine, maybe a little longer than that, 10 years ago, a friend of mine started, and myself started a suburban softball team, which there's teams from Chicopee, West Springfield, Northampton, now Turners, Greenfield's added a team, Frontier Regional, and I think, who was the other one close by? But anyways, they compete in that in the fall, and I'm sorry, in the spring, and that rolls them right into the summer.
Well, I know that Sally always tells a story about she was on his daughter game, she was on a school bus, come back from a state championship game, and it's just something that they just aspire to do. It really reflects on the kids, what they've accomplished, but when they're small, they see that stuff.
Because players start at such a young age, it creates a sense of pride for when they do finally pull on that Turners Falls uniform.
I'll never forget the first time they won the state championship. We heard it on the radio, and we dragged in the car, and we're down at the Food City waving our banners for them. And they were really young at that time, so it was something that they've always thought about. And we used to always come to the games and just watch them all along.
It's just been great. It's been so exciting. Just, you know, I just had a wonderful, it was just wonderful playing for Mr. Mullins, and it was just, I was so happy that she was going to, you know, finally be able to wear that blue and be part of the Turners tradition.
Yeah, I mean, I saw my aunt, she played here, then she went to play in college, and then my other aunts actually too, but they weren't here as long, but they still played, and I remember when they first won their first state championship. I think I was like 4th or 5th grade, I was pretty young. And I just remember my mom brought me to the parade. She's like, you could do this someday, you could be part of this, and she's like, listen to this. I'm like, oh, this sounds so fun, I can't wait to be a part of this and everything. So it's definitely been a ride. It's my last year, but I wish I could play forever.
The pride in Turners Falls softball goes well beyond those who are directly involved in the program. Whether it be listening to state championship games on the radio or attending night games at Turners Falls High School, it seems like almost everybody in town is behind the team.
You know, they have an amazing crowd here. You know, you look at other schools and you see the crowds that they have, but the crowds that are at Turners Falls are watching the games. They are here to see these kids succeed, and they don't expect anything less.
We have a lot of fans. It's very nice, actually. When we play night games, we have a lot of people here, and it's nice to know people are supporting us.
We have everybody from next door neighbors to janitors who worked here for 20 years to our local parish priest that comes to all the games. So, you know, you're not in church on Sunday, he knows.
It is clear that the pride in Turners Falls softball is embedded deep into the roots of its citizens. So if you're ever in the area on a warm spring night and see the lights glowing from behind Turners Falls High School, stop by and take in the action. But just know you are watching something bigger than yourself. You're watching Turners Falls softball, a state championship program that is generations in the making.